In your life, have you ever jumped to an irrational conclusion, or just jumped to any kind of conclusion about someone or something, and because of that conclusion that you've jumped to, you feel shit about yourself? You're in a non-resourceful state. If you have, then it's a very natural thing to do, and it happens because your brain is hardwired to jump to conclusions. So I'm going to talk to you now about why it does that, how it does that, and what you can do to stop it doing that, so that the conclusions you jump to are more positive than negative, more resourceful than non-resourceful. So your brain and my brain and everybody else's brain is a pattern matching, meaning making machine, which essentially means that your brain unconsciously is designed to connect dots that have no right or reason to exist together, i.e. X equals Y. And over time, if X equals Y enough times, that is a hardwired pattern, an automatic knee-jerk reaction, a reflex that we have to a situation. Now, this ability for our brain to connect dots that have no right or reason to exist together is really good in creativity, because that's what creativity is essentially. It's connecting dots from old, misused, misunderstood ideas of the past, connecting them to create something new that's valuable for today. But it's not valuable to be jumping to these pattern matching conclusions in a lot of relationships in life. Because maybe you send an email to someone, a client, a friend, a colleague, a partner, and they don't respond quickly to that email, or as quickly as you would like them to. Now, your brain is pattern matching unconsciously, and it fuses those things together. Late response equals they hate me. Late response equals they're going to fire me. Late response equals they hate the work. And we do this all the time, and we layer these conclusions on top of each other throughout the day. We're constantly pattern matching. Now, the way that our brain pattern matches is by cheating. It takes all of the facts and it compresses the data down to a very thin wafer of fact. So it generalizes, deletes, and distorts information in order to make it match the meaning we have pre-prescribed to the situation. So if many times a late email equals they hate us, any data that comes in, any facts that prove that to be incorrect, are deleted, generalized, or distorted to make sure that we feel shit about ourselves, because that's what the brain is doing, yeah? Now, if we want to hack the system, there's a very simple question that we can ask ourselves. So knowing that your brain will pattern match and make meaning from those matched patterns, which is most likely going to be negative because we have a 5-to-1 negative bias in our brain. We're 5 times more likely to ruminate, focus on, and stress about the negative things in life rather than the positive. We need to flip the script on it. The question is this: when you jump to a conclusion, pause, take a break, step back, and ask yourself, what else could this mean? It's as simple as that. You give yourself the pause point. Find yourself jump into a conclusion, which may be negative. Stop, observe, steer, SOS. Stop, observe, steer. Stop thinking there. Observe what's happening. Ask yourself, what else could this mean? Put 10 different things down. Write it down if you need to. The more you do this, the more you groove this pattern into your neurology, so you're not just jumping automatically to negative outcomes, you start jumping to potential positive outcomes. Simple question, powerful results. What else could this mean? What else could this mean? What else could this mean? Because know this, your brain a lot of the times is bullshitting you because it's generalizing, deleting, and distorting the facts in order to reinforce a negative belief that you no longer need anymore. See you tomorrow.